Hey everyone, how's it going? So what am I working on now? Well, I guess I got myself a little treat here to work on because of my disaster with my phone and my storage and all my old videos that just disappeared. But yeah, so something came in for me to work on, and this is right up my alley. I don't know if you guys recall me talking about back in the day, back in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, I was big into the Mustang 5 liters. The Foxbody Mustangs, that is. And I had built a number of cars with people, and I wound up in Muscle Mustangs Fast Forwards several times, doing project cars for them. Anyway, so this just showed up at the shop for me to work on. Happens to be an automatic. I'm not a big fan of the automatics, but you know, it is what it is. I understand people can't drive a stick or for whatever reason, or have a hard time driving a stick, or just don't want a stick. So I get it. So they have an automatic. Me, personally, I'd rather have a stick, but that's just me. So this is actually a special edition car. So here, take a quick look. There it is. It's a yellow convertible with a white leather interior and a white top. And it is an original special edition car. So it's only got 30,000 miles on it. You see, it's got the automatic in it. It's clean, very clean car. Clean inside and out. So what am I doing to it? Well, it came in because the customer, I guess this thing obviously does a lot of setting. It's only got 30,000 miles on it. And he says it won't go into overdrive. Okay. So I go and take it for a ride, and when it tries to shift overdrive, it flares, just roll. Okay. Then I notice when you try to accelerate, it won't kick down. Okay, I know what the problem is. So up underneath the hood here, here's the old 5-liter V8 302, and let me show you something. So here it is. Here's our old tried and true. As you see, the belt is coming apart too. See that? But now, coming over here, you have your throttle cable there. That's from your gas pedal. And then you have this, which is called a TV cable. That's to the transmission. If you look, it's not in a hole there. It's actually not attached. See that? So now this cable here, that's the reason the transmission's no good anymore. See if I can get my hand down here from this side. Yeah, the cable works fine. What happens is there's a plastic bushing that goes inside the throttle body. It's right here. A regular, like a shifter type bushing that goes in there. And what happens is those bushings deteriorate and fall apart. What that cable does is it basically tells the transmission what position you have the throttle in. What it actually does is it increases what's called line pressure inside the transmission. As you floor it, you need more line pressure. That line pressure basically holds the clutches tighter. It increases all the pressure inside the transmission, holds everything together tighter. So with it in its fully relaxed position, when you go into overdrive, where you need as much pressure as possible, it's at the lowest pressure point. So if you're going to go accelerate, lowest pressure point that never changes, you're going to get clutch slippage, and that's what happened in a fried overdrive. With that cable moving, the line pressure goes up, so it holds pressure on those clutches tighter and tighter and tighter because you need it as you're accelerating. So unfortunately, I could fix this with a $25 clip, basically. It's a bushing, and they sell a nice aftermarket bushing, and then you can put a clip onto it to hold it in place, like almost like a cotter pin. I could probably find like a Dorman shifter cable if I wanted to, but I'd rather use the other one because it's actually aluminum. But the problem is the transmission damage is already done. So we're gonna have to tell the customer that it needs a transmission and go from there, and then we fix that. Now would be a great time to put a shift kit in it if they want to. These transmissions are not overly difficult to overhaul, so we may actually overhaul this. Let me put this up in the air so you can actually see what it looks like underneath. Because it's a convertible, they add a whole bunch of support and stuff underneath, but I figured I'll show that to you. Oh, a lot of you have been asking about this one behind me, that Escort. That Escort was basically just a fill-in car. There's only 2 of us in the shop. We have 6 lifts, and having that dead on a lift, like we haven't needed the lift, that's why it sits there. And the customer is fully aware that it's a fill-in car. When we have nothing to do, we'll work on that. And I've just been swamped, plus with all the issues with Mrs. Wrenching and my own personal issues with my back and my knee. You know, I haven't been at the shop an awful lot, so we'll get back to that eventually. So you're going to be seeing that in a lot of videos. But anyway, let me put this up in the air so you can see underneath it. Okay, so up underneath, because it's convertible, it has these braces here. This crisscross X brace. It just adds support. This thing has shot tie rods and ball joints. So we gotta do all of that. We're gonna recommend that to the customer. One interesting thing a lot of people didn't realize. See the drain plug for the oil? 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 I remember when these cars came out, a lot of people didn't realize they had 2 drain plugs, so they drain one. The front holds almost a quart. So if you were to just drain the front, the back half holds about 3 quarts. If you just drain the back, that holds about 3 quarts, and the front holds about a quart. So you wind up leaving oil in the motor. But it's funny because I can't tell you how many times I've seen that where people forgot. Just thought I'd show you that, kind of interesting. So back underneath here, got our cats. The car's all original. But it also has, you know, that X support comes here, and then you have these supports on the side. They were actually riveted to the rocker, to the pinch weld. And then it comes back here. Let's see, anything else interesting? Not really. It's a disc brake, drum brake car. It's only got, read that, it's 273 gears. 8.8 rear end. Very good rear end. But yeah, it's a pretty nice car. If it was mine, I'd swap it to a manual, but it's just me. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. So if we get to do the transmission and that, which I got a funny feeling we're gonna be doing that job. If we get to do that, and I'll show you the rest of that, and then fixing that TV cable. And maybe make a video on the ball joints and tie rods. All right, that's it for now. Just thought this car was interesting. All right, guys, hopefully you're getting something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, have a great day. Keep wrenching.